Hey guys, so today on Goth on a Budget, we're going to talk about lip stuff. So I'm going to show you some of my least favorite, but still used, and my most favorite lip colors, and they're all under $10, which is awesome, because so many times we go into like Sephora or Ulta or something, and there's like these gorgeous colors, but it's 22 bucks a lipstick, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to start with my lesser liked lip colors, which also happen to be the cheapest. So the first one we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Clean Color. Clean Color you can probably find, you can find it online. You can't get it in a drugstore. It's something you have to order. I know that Good Goth carries them. And these are from the ones I have, these are the Madly Matte line. And technically they're a lip gloss. So I think they would be really good going over like a lipstick that's already got color in it, but I like to matte mine down really well because I have 4 dogs, and if I don't, then halfway through the day I've got red fur all over, like everywhere, all over my lips. So I actually matte my lips down quite a bit, and this is the Madly Matte, which doesn't actually matte down. So I usually will matte it down a little extra so that I can get it to really stick, but I gotta use a lot of product to get my lips to actually be that color. And so I've got 4 here that I use pretty regularly. This one is the Azalea Pink, and I don't wear pink often. About the only times I wear it is when, like, if I'm doing a lot of work with my eyes and I don't want to detract too much from it, or if I am going to see someone or do someone that doesn't allow for me to be my normal goth self, I'll usually wear this color. The other colors I have is oh, I should probably swatch it for you, shouldn't I? That's probably not a bad idea. So we'll swatch you the pink. And this one actually goes on pretty thick, which isn't too bad. It's the darker colors that don't. So there is the pink, the Azalea Pink, and it's not bad. It's a pretty nice pink color. The next color I have here is called Blueberry Pie. It's also a Madly Matte. The darker colors that I'm going to show you they're not as pigmented. They tend to be pretty thin, and so they don't really like put down a whole lot of color. I do like this one, and this one's actually pretty similar to the color I'm wearing, but I'm not wearing this. So there's Blueberry Pie, and as you can see, it's kind of thin. It doesn't really, it's not super like pigmented, and so I have to use a lot of product to get my lips to be blue. The next color I have here is called Proper, and it's a purple. I don't wear this purple often. It tends to kind of be I'm feeling a dark purple kind of day that I really use it, and of course, like I said, it's not very thick. So there is the purple, the Proper, and it's a nice color. It's just not, again, it's not super pigmented. And then this last one I actually wear pretty frequently. This is Peacock, and I would normally not use it as often, but I don't have another green. And I know that NYX has brought out a metallic green that I'll probably end up getting, so I can stop using this one as often. But that one is Peacock right there. So these are the Clean colors, and they're about $2 a piece, so they're a pretty good price for what you're getting. They are cruelty free too, which is nice. But they don't really matte down, and they're not super pigmented, but for $2 a tube, in a pinch, they're really worthwhile. The next colors I'm going to talk to you about are all going to be NYX products, because that's the majority of what I use. We'll start with actually what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Velvet Matte Lipstick in Midnight Muse. Since I've already got it on my lips, I won't swatch it for you guys, because it's kind of obvious. Actually, this is the only matte velvet or velvet matte one I have, and it's an actual stick. I normally don't wear a lot of stick lipsticks. I prefer liquid because then I don't have to go in with a liner. It doesn't feather out. You know, it's an all-in-one, easy to do kind of thing, whereas, you know, getting this and then getting the liner, a little more costly. So these are $7. These are really nice. I've had this one for probably a year. This one specifically expires after 18 months, so about a year and a half. So at some point I'm probably gonna have to get rid of it. But I do like this one quite a bit. I just don't wear blue very often. The next one we're going to talk about is actually from NYX as well, and it's their Butter Lipstick. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and it's not quite my color, but it goes on really smooth. It's really nice. See if I can get it open. There we go. But the color just really isn't super for me. So we'll put it on my wrist and I'll show you what it looks like. This one is, what is it again? It's Ripe Berry. So, and it does have that ripe red raspberry kind of color to it. It's not a bad color, and it goes on really nice, and it stays really nice, and it keeps your lips super hydrated. It's just not my color. I'm sure that there's another color. I could probably go look it up at some point. I'm sure there's a color for me, but I just don't use it. The next one we're going to talk about, we have the NYX Ombre Lip Duo. So I lied. I forgot that this one is $12. It's not under $10. It's a little more pricey, but I think it's pricier because you're essentially getting like 2 lipsticks in one, kinda. So the way this works is you open up the black one and you line your lips with the black side, and then when you're done with that, you go in with this red on the other side and you fill in the lip. And then what you do is you just kind of smoosh your lips together, and it gives an ombre effect. It doesn't always work out like perfect every time. Sometimes I've had to do it more than once just because it comes out funny, or I've got like all this black on the top and all this red on the bottom and it doesn't look right. So it's not, that's my dog. So it's not like always, it's not always accurate, but it is a really good product, and it kind of takes away the hassle of trying to do an ombre on your own. So it is nice if you want to spend a little more than $10. Before I get to the things that I really like, we're going to talk about something that's kind of a bust. I do have it. I'm going to try it a little more before I actually give it a review, because I think that's fair. This is the Epic Ink from NYX, and I have Obsessed. And it's a really nice color. This is $7 as well. My problem is maybe I'm putting on too much or something, but it feathers out on me during the day. And this is the color, and it's a really pretty color. It's a lip stain, so it's supposed to just stain instead of staying, you know, thick on the lip. And it's really pretty, and I really like it. I just haven't mastered this one yet. So I'm going to try with a lip liner sometime soon, and I'm going to see if it'll stay better without feathering. I'll probably do a review on this since I think these are fairly new. But for now, I'm just going to say this isn't my favorite because I haven't quite mastered it yet. But it is nice. Alright, so the last 3 I'm going to show you are probably my favorites. I use these constantly. I pretty much just swap between the 3 of these most days, with the blue showing up occasionally, and the green. These are the NYX Liquid Suede, and I've actually already gone through a tube of black. It took me, 8 months, but I went through a tube. These are also $7. They're super nice and creamy. They feel nice going on. It's easy to apply. They're super pigmented. I love these. These are amazing. So we'll show you each color. This one is Alien, and it is probably my most worn color because, well, duh. So we've got, and you'll see how pigmented it is too, which is nice. So there's Alien, and it's actually a little blacker like in person, but it's really, really nice, and it goes on. I think I've worn it on camera a few times. It is by far my favorite black that I have ever found that's under $10. The next one is probably the one that I also use pretty frequently, and this one is Cherry Skies, and it's a really nice red. Like, it's a really beautiful, just deep, like, red. It's not quite a blood, like ox blood red, but it's a really nice cherry color, and I really like this one. I wear this one pretty frequently if I'm wearing like clothing that doesn't really go well with like purple, or if I've got like a shirt that has like gold or yellow on it, I'll throw on the red because they have a nice contrast. I really like that red. And then the last one I've got is my purple, and this is Subversive Socialite. It's a deep purple. It's not as deep as the proper and clean color, but it's a nice deep purple. We'll put that one right in the center since this is our last one that we're really going to talk about. So that one is Subversive Socialite. So you can see it's actually a lot darker than the clean color now that I look at it. It's more like a wine color rather than a crushed grape color. And I wear this one pretty frequently. This one tends to give me a lot of trouble. Like, I'll put it on and it just won't want to stick right, and I'll get it like everywhere. And I'm like, now it just looks like I ate like chocolate, and it's terrible. So these actually only last 6 months. I actually keep them a little longer than I probably should, but I really do like these ones. I frequently wear them. Something I didn't bring down with me, but I'm going to talk about, is matting your lips. So I can't stand sticky lips. I don't like sticky lips. I have dogs, so like I said, I'll get dog fur everywhere if I don't make sure that my lips are matte. What I end up doing, and this is super bad for your lips, I don't fully recommend it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, is I have a thing of the Ben Nye colorless powder. They're $4 a piece. They're really cheap. You could probably do this with any colorless powder, but it does dry your lips out quite a bit, and so I apply lip balm every once in a while and occasionally I'll have to touch up the color just to get it to, but I usually will use lip balm to keep the lips dry, or moist, sorry. So you get the Ben Nye colorless powder or other colorless powder, and like just get a little dish, and I put a little bit in it, and then I take one of my brushes that I have a duplicate of, I don't use. You could use your finger, but I wouldn't recommend it because you'll get lipstick everywhere. And I just take the brush and dip it into the powder, and then dab it onto my lips, and then I'll smack my lips together and kind of dab it with my hand, and I will have matte lips. So I don't get any, there's nothing there. The only time that I'll start getting like crumblies, or it'll start coming off, or I'll get the dreaded butthole lip, is if I'm drinking or eating, and then I just have to reapply and then put some powder down. But I can kiss my husband, kiss my dogs, I can cuddle my dogs with my face and not get fur all over it. My hair doesn't stick to my lips. As much as it's probably really bad for your lips to do that, I would recommend it if you're going out on a windy day, or if you have pets, or if you frequently kiss your boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, significant other, whomever, your mom, I don't know, anybody. And otherwise I would definitely stick with not matting your lips down that way, because it is super dehydrating. So that is it for Goth on a Budget. These are some pretty awesome products. I will link all of them in the description. I think next week we'll probably talk about like different eyeliners maybe. I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about yet. I will come up with it later, I'm sure. It's just lip colors tend to be my biggest makeup accessory, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, other than that, we will see you guys next week for Goth on a Budget. If you like things like this, please subscribe right here. If you want to see my previous video, you can see it right here. And we'll see you guys later.